What's going on, guys? This is Mr. L Live 08 coming to you once again with another video. And today I want to talk about the Wii U and my experience I had today with me and my son, at Gamestop. After, me and my son, we got finished eating breakfast. It was kind of late. It was like around about 11:30. We went and ate breakfast, and then we stopped to our local, Gamestop to pick up some Wii games because they was running a sale where you buy two, you get one free under $14.99. So we picked up Mad World, we picked up Red Steel 2, and we picked up a Tiger Woods game, 2011. We picked that up, all under, it's like $34, you know. And if you're trying to get your Wii library up, hey, that's a good thing. GameSpot, they got them on sale. They're trying to get rid of them. So if you're trying to, get your Wii library up, that's a good stop to go by there, and get some. But anyway, we were in GameStop. It was just me and my son and one of the employees there that was working. So, we were looking at the Xbox 360 games, and I turned around and I asked, I said, well, hey, I said, have you guys heard anything, about the Wii U? And he was like, man, come on over here. I got the book from the Nintendo rep, and I'll let you look at, the book and see, what, Nintendo has all, in there. So I had him, I looked at the book, and immediately I asked him, I said, hey, is it okay if I can take some pictures of this? And he told me, he was like, nah, I don't think, that's best. I'm not supposed to even, do this, but, hey, I'll let you look at it. This is what our Nintendo rep, has left us. And, we'll put it, we'll keep it at that. I said, cool, like that. So I had him to print out me a list of games. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I had him print off a list of games, on there. And I pretty much, those games that are highlighted, I pretty much put my deposit down on. Those are games, that I'm going to get, for the Wii U. But, the things that I was looking at, in the book that the Nintendo rep, he left, it was like they didn't have any systems in white. Everything, all the system was black that was showing the examples. Like, say for instance, like Nintendo Land, they showed that, the system was in black. They showed, what was it? Super Mario Brothers, New U, they showed that system was in black. They showed Zombie U, in there. That system was in black. Even I noticed, on the display that they had in there, like the three boxes that stacked up with Nintendo Land, and they have the Wii U, even that was in black. And so I commenced to ask the employee. I was like, well, is Nintendo, coming out with, with two models, like that. Now, I heard from my other Nintendo rep that works at GameStop, well, the manager there, he works at the other one, and he told me there's going to be two models. There's going to be the 8 gig one, and there's going to be another one with, with more, with more memory. So, I just said, hey, is there going to be two models, like that? And he says, well, by the looks of it, yes, there's going to be two models. So that's two people that confirm, that work at GameStop, that says there's going to be two different models for the Wii U. I think that is, that is big for Nintendo to actually do that, to have two models. That's a big deal. Because usually Nintendo, they don't do two models. They'll give you white, and a year now or 2 years from now, they'll come out, with a different color, depending on how the sales are doing. So, I just want to, share my experience, that I had at GameStop. And you guys, I'm gonna tell you something right now. GameStop is having a expo, 2012 expo in San Antonio, Texas. It's gonna be like for the public. It's over like 2,000 people that can be in the 200,000 people can be in the event, and they're gonna have all kind of games there. All kind of games. I wish GameStop would have advertised this, a way ahead of time, because I didn't know anything about it until today. And I think it's supposed to go on August the 29th, but this is like, might be like even stronger than E3, If you have, they said there's going to be all kind of games there, all kinds. So, I hope they stream it or put it on YouTube or put it on their network or whatever. I think that's big for GameStop to have something for the public like that, where 200,000 people can go to it, and play games, and get their hands on games, versus to where you have to travel all the way out to LA when you can just go to San Antonio, Texas, and play the games. Hey, I think that's real big, for GameStop to do that, Make sure you stop by your local GameStop and show them some love too, And no, this is not sponsored by GameStop. Stop it. It's not sponsored by GameStop. You guys have a nice day, and I'll talk to you again. And remember, hit subscribe. I see you guys out there, watching my videos, but you won't hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Leave me some comments. Tell me what I'm doing good. Tell me what I'm doing bad, and I can work from there, And watch out for the podcast that's coming soon. It's going to be me, Zaire, South Carolina Thumper, Mr. Thumper, and Mr. Shaner. It's going to be us four, and we're going to have some guests, later on the podcast that, we're trying to line up. But we're going to be doing that, once a week. We're going to be doing a podcast. You guys look out for that. And like I say, have a nice day. Peace.